Before we launch into how to multiply these two binomials together, I want to remind you about the distributive property. The distributive property is that thing from algebra that says if you have one thing outside a set of parentheses, that it's going to multiply everything inside. I just made this problem up out of nowhere. It's not related to this at all. If you saw something like this, it probably wouldn't shock you to take that 5 multiplied by 2x to get 10x, take that 5 times 3 and get 15, and then call it a day. If I wanted to up the ante on this type of problem, instead of having just a 5 out in front, maybe I'd have like a 5x. And maybe the inside will be something like, I don't know, 3x minus 4. If you're wondering where I'm getting all these numbers from, I'm just pulling them out of the air to show an example. So this is slightly different because instead of just 5, it's 5x. But the process is the same. 5x times 3x is going to be, well, 5 times 3 is 15. And we have x times x, so it's 15x squared. And then 5x times the negative 4 would be negative 20x. This type of problem is basically the same thing, but instead of having just one thing in front of a set of parentheses, there's a couple things in front of the parentheses. We're going to treat it the exact same way though. So I'll take this 2x minus 5 and this x plus 3, and I'll think about this as being the thing in front, and everything in here will eventually have to distribute to everything inside of here. So it's best to be organized and thoughtful. And so when I'm organized, I start by thinking just about this guy first. And this is going to distribute to everything inside of here. So I'll do 2x times x, which is 2x squared. And I'll take that 2x times that 3, and I'll get a 6x. Wow, this pen's really bad. Then, after having taken this 2x and multiplying it by everything inside this set of parentheses, I'll move on to the next term, which is negative 5. That negative 5 will multiply by everything inside this set of parentheses. So negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. And I've done it. I've taken this first term and multiplied it by all the terms in this parenthesis. I've taken the next term times everything in the set of parentheses. I've used up all of these guys, so I'm done. But the last thing I want to do is look at the expression I got and see if there's any like terms. There aren't any other x squareds, but these are both an x term, so these can be combined. And the rule in math is if you can combine things, you should. If you can simplify things, you should. So the final answer will be 2x squared, who has no friends. These guys who combine, but they're enemies, so they make positive 1x, but I'll just say positive x. And then negative 15 has no friends. And that's my final answer. So anytime you're feeling a little overwhelmed by this, or if it's not going super duper great, just think it's the distributive property. I'm just going to take each term one at a time and distribute it until I've taken all the terms that I lay out in front. Good luck.